Pretty good.
Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to go onto Portal. Let me take roll real quick. Let's see. Nick is here. Jackie, of course.
Sorry, that was an accident. I meant to type it into my browser for my portal, and I accidentally typed it into the chat.
Of course. At least it wasn't anything negative. Okay. All right. Benny, where's Benny? There he is. Vasily?
Here.
Kevin, absent. Fiona, same thing. Steven? Did he show up today? Yeah,
Here.
Steven's here. Isis is here. Ashton, cool. Kennedy's here. Armand's here. Tokes, he's here. Leo, what's up, Leo?
Here.
And Terry, no Terry today. Doesn't look like. Okay, so key thing, guys. What I want you to do is go online. The quiz is there. Click on your appropriate link. Go slow. You have 10 minutes. It is out of 4 with a multiple choice or with an extra credit question. Okay.
You start.
Up to you.
We can start, right?
Absolutely, you can start. And again, for this one, you've got 10 minutes. By the way, I'll have exact change graded later today. I was only able to get to block B. I'll have it graded later today. Ashton, how much time is it saying you guys have left?
1 minute and 30 seconds.
Okay, just want to kind of gauge where we're at. Thank you. Okay. Kennedy finished? Yes. Terry's not here. Terry's not here. Fiona's not here. Kim's not here. Jackie's never here. Okay. All right. So quiz scores are in. How many of you guys want to go over it?
I do.
All right. Okay. So how many of you thought this one was a little bit more difficult?
A little bit.
Okay. All right. So let me get rid of the scores. All right. So here we go. All right. So question number 1. I'm, by the way, pause it for my international students. I am pausing this because we're going over the quiz. So I'm pausing it now. We should be back soon. I'm going to resume the recording. So now, just giving you guys a heads up, just wanted to review really quickly. That was the quiz. So international students, we're back. All right. So I wanted to share Eclipse. This is the rubric for your homework. Okay. This is the rubric. All right. Now, basically what this is as you can see, I only used one variable. That's it. I just used change. And then I did my math for quarters divided by 25, truncation, okay? Change modular 25, whatever's left over after dividing by 25, divide that by 10. For nickels, take change modular 25, take that amount modular 10, whatever's left over, it's gonna be below 9 or lower. How many nickels am I gonna need? More than likely, what's the max nickels I'll ever need? 1. And then everything, basically, I modular everything, and that gives me the pennies. So if I were to run this, and let's say I put in 99, boom, 3 quarters, 2 dimes, 4 pennies. Let's say I put in 9. I won't need 1 nickel, 4 pennies. That's it. Okay. So that being said, that was I just wanted to show you guys just the rubric for this really quickly of the homework rubric. Okay. How many of you feel like you got this one pretty easily? Good. Okay, how many of you are confident that you got it right? Now, in terms of efficiency, how many of you guys did this with only using one variable? Okay, that's good. I like seeing. How many of you use multiple variables? Not a bad thing. Again, you can still be right. You're still, if it works, you're still going to be right. But as you can see, what I'm trying to train all of you in is more like efficient thinking. What's the quickest way? Like, for example, your homework tonight is going to be, it's basically going to have to deal with dice, like rolling the dice and stuff like that. You get 2 dice. There's 2 ways that we can do it. I want to see both of them. There's like a pretty standard way, and then there's, if they don't really know what's going on in the back end, I can kind of cheat. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Okay. So that being said, and again, I'm just running back, just going back to what I said earlier. Any of you that want to go over the quiz and kind of just go over it, talk about it, and just whatever, or just maybe you need some rehashing, we can absolutely go over it. I am going to have a review session Monday night before the exam. Okay. And the thing with that is it's great. I'll probably do it at about 7:30. And it works out really well because the international students should also be able to possibly join. All right, so let's talk about random, okay? Now, those of you who had me last year with Python, you might remember some of this, and you might have been good at it, and you might be able to apply some of the techniques that we're gonna use with random. Now, there is a random class in Java, and the random class, it simplifies things a little bit, but it's not, what's the best way to say it? Like, it simplifies things, and makes it nice and neat, but a lot of times it's just gonna be so much simpler to not have to import the random class, and you can just use Math.Random. And that's what we're gonna go at today, okay? So let's take a look at, let's say we just right off the bat, okay? The key thing that all of you have to remember, which some of you are forgetting, is that Math.Random will give us any number inclusive of 0, exclusive of 1. So basically 0 to 0.99999. So let's say I wanted a random number for the first 10 numbers. Now, I can multiply this by 10. I get 9.0, 4.1, 5.0, 6.1. This gives me a random number between 1 and 10. Now, what I'm going to do is, however, let's say Kennedy, let's say I came up on the street and I said, give me a number between 1 and 10. Are you ever going to use a decimal?
No.
So that being said, what would be the smart thing to possibly use in this case?
Int.
An int what? You break your arm, you get a...
Cast? Oh, an int cast.
An int cast, exactly. So what we're going to do is, let's say that I use an int and I say Math.Random. Now, okay, there we go. And if I print this, we should be good, right? Right? No. This is just like your quiz question. The int applies directly to only this. So this would be 0 times 10. I would only ever get 0. Okay? However, rules of PEMDAS, if I put this in parentheses, now I have random numbers between, okay, Allie, right now the way that number 9 is, what are the range of possible numbers that I can have?
It's like 0.001 to 9.999 or something.
Nope. Nope. So first of all, there's no decimals because we have the integer cast right here, right? Knowing that, and we multiply by 10, and then we cast it, what are the only values that we can have that this would be possible? From what to what?
0 to 9.
0 to 9. Now, if I wanted to make this 1 through 10, Ben, how would I modify this line?
You do +1 at the end.
Who's Ben? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I meant Tokes. Sorry. I have Benny and Ben. Sorry. Ben Tokes. We would do +1. Sorry. I forgot about that. Benny, I'm so used to having you in class. Sorry about that.
Me, Ben Toker, and Ben Solomon are all in the same math.
We need Tokes. All right. So I'll just continue calling you Tokes. So we would do +1. With this, Ashton, now what are the ranges that I have?
1 through 10.
1 through 10, because the lowest possible thing that this is going to give me is 0. I add 1 to it, makes it 1. The highest that this is going to give me is 9. I add 1 to it. That gives me 10. ISIS, this line here, right now I've got 1 through 10. What if I wanted all numbers 0 to 10? ISIS only. How would I modify this line?
Wait, to make it 0 to 10?
0 to 10, what would I have to change here? I'll give you a hint. It's 2 things I need to do.
I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. So, Nick, what would I need to do? See if you can help her out. Right now, this is all numbers 1 through 10. I want all numbers 0 through 10.
Do you add 1 on the inside of the parentheses?
Nope.
I don't know.
First thing I would do, I'm going to get rid of this. The next thing I'm going to do, so make that 11. Math.Random will never be 1, so I know that the highest number this is ever going to be is 10 point something. When it gets casted, it's just 10. I know the lowest number is going to be 0. 0 times 11 is 0. Cast that at 0. Now I have all numbers 0 to 10. Always think that whenever I multiply, it's going to be exclusive of that number whenever I choose random. Okay, that being said, Vasily, okay, let's say I wanted all random numbers between 10 and 20. What modification to this line would I now make?
Would you multiply by 20?
Nope.
21.
Between 10 and 20.
You do times 11 plus 10.
Times 11 plus 10. Because now what happens is, this will give me the lowest possible number I can have here is 0. I add 10, it now becomes 10. The highest number I can have here is 10. 10 plus 10 is 20. You will be tested on the AP on how to figure out this range. Now you will probably not have to do it on the free response, but it'll be like, what code will give me the values? You remember that question that you guys hated yesterday where it says fill in for number 1 or whatever? You'll have one of those type of questions where they'll be like, which equation will give me all possible numbers from this to this? Okay. Having a very, very, very solid understanding of Math.Random is crucial. Okay. Now this quiz took a little bit of time and this 40 minutes is killing us. I'm very, very much considering possibly just doing a little mini review session going over strings again and random tonight. Okay. Completely optional. I'm thinking of probably doing it maybe like at 8 o'clock. I will let you know. But again, this is because if I do the review session, I maybe in my heart to maybe give you guys a bonus quiz to get 2 extra points. Okay. Again, completely optional, but if you have this down, if you have random down and I give you any equation, how would you get random numbers between 10 and 36? How would you get random numbers 0 to 5, et cetera, then I'll feel it's going to be a huge relief off of my shoulders and it should be off of yours, okay? And then we can go over these special string rules. But this is basically what I wanted to cover today. I could keep going on random. It is so crucial. And when we get into if statements, we'll cover this even more. But for right now, out of all of the math equations from the math class, this is the one you will use more often than not, okay? So have a solid understanding. The key thing that everybody gets confused with is the 0 to 1, inclusive of 0, exclusive of 1. You just got to get that down. So for some people, I don't know why, it just doesn't stick. Just get that down, and I promise you, now that you have this, let's say I gave you a quiz tomorrow on 4 random questions, just 4 random mathematical questions, I'm pretty sure all of you could get them right. Okay, so let's get that down. Your homework will be online in a few minutes. It's going to involve, again, 2 ways of rolling dice, okay? And then from there, we'll see how you do. But does anybody have any questions in regards to today's lesson?
If I did just times 21 alone, would it give me 0 through 20?
Bingo, exactly. Exactly. Because you don't have that extra plus 10 or whatever. If you just Math.Random times 21, perfect. 0 to 20. Remember that the 21 will always be excluded.
Okay.
Because Math.Random will never hit, Math.Random will never hit 1. So you will never get a 1 times 21.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's
You
right.
get a 20-point something. And when you apply that cast,
It
it happens.
Yeah, okay.
Also, remember not to round. All of you have been very good about that. So I don't really have any worries in regards of that. Okay? So quiz got a little bit harder today. I can tell you right now, tomorrow's quiz is going to be a little bit easier. I'm going to cut you some slack, give you a little bonus and stuff like that so you guys will not hate me anymore. Okay? But just know that like these are these small little rules. This isn't even a chapter yet. I'm willing to take a class to make sure that you have solidified the understanding of it. Kennedy, what's up?
So will random always be used with int, or if it were double, would it be, if it were like random times 10, would it go to, if it was a double, to like 9.9999?
Bingo.
Okay.
And more than likely, I wouldn't even like just get it out of your head, like Kennedy. I wouldn't even think about it. You will never see math unless it's specific and they're dealing with, like, say, statistics, which does use a lot of 0 to 1 exclusivity when you're doing chi-square equations or derivatives for calculus. The way that they're going to use Math.Random is in terms of getting a random number and then casting it with an int. So for the most part, I'd say 99 times out of 100, you're going to cast that Math.Random. It won't stay as a double. So don't even worry about it. Get that formula and that kind of that process ingrained in your mind. Don't even worry about it. 99 times out of 100. I don't think I've ever even seen it on the AP not used with a cast. Okay, so at least you have that solid understanding of it, but don't even worry about it. You will almost always use it with a cast. On my exams, you will always use it as, it will always be used or expected to be used as you just saw. Anybody else have any questions?
Can I stay after class for a couple of questions?
I can't. I have class.
Okay.
Sorry. I've got 6 classes this year. I'm beyond overloaded. So Friday is brutal also because I have to teach all 6. So, but again, like I said, I may have a review session tonight. Okay. What's your question now? You got 2 minutes.
I can't. I don't want to ask during while everyone's here.
Okay. All right. Okay. Is it a question you can email me?
Yeah.
Okay. Just email it to me and I'll answer. Okay. Leo, question.
I have no question. I just want to, never mind.
Okay. All right. So if you guys have any questions, I will put the assignment on portal. Good luck. And I will talk to all of you I think we have class tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. Sounds good.
Sorry, I have one last thing.
Yeah. What's up, Kennedy?
You said there might be a bonus quiz. Would that be tonight or would it be tomorrow?
It would be tonight. So if whoever came tonight, I would just throw together just on pro profs because it's not going to be connected to portal. And then whatever you get, I would just add those questions on. So for those of you, like, for example, I'm just going to use you as an example. Don't get used to it. Armand got a good score. Okay. He got a very good score. It definitely seems like he's got an understanding of it. Do I recommend him coming? Doesn't need to. He wouldn't qualify for that extra quiz. Okay. But right now for Armand, he did great. He's definitely got a solid understanding. He missed the question I thought he would miss, but now I'm pretty sure he understands it. So sorry to use you, Armand, as an example, but you're using a positive way. Okay? So congratulations. Good job.
What would that bonus quiz be on?
Anything.
When is the meeting tonight?
Huh?
When is the meeting tonight?
I think I could do it at 7:30. Would you guys be okay with 7:30? Okay.
Sure.
And again, what I'll do is I'll throw it up on topics. I'll even record it. I have no problem recording it. And what I'll do is I'll just call it extra sessions. So just review sessions so that if you wanted to go over anything, we could do that. So I can tell you this. If we do it tonight at 7:30, what I would do is I would go over the string rules, creations of string using nulls, et cetera, how it works, the absorption rule, et cetera. I'll go over random again. And then any questions are fair game. Sound good?
If I wanted to, I could still come. Correct?
Absolutely. Armand, your presence is always a blessing. Okay. All right. Take care, everyone.
Thank you.
Good class today.
Thank you.
You would email us the link, right, for the review session?
So put it this way, I wouldn't email it. More than likely, I'd put it in the chat box so that anybody's there would see it and then they could get it.
All right, 7:30?
Yeah, I'm guessing 7:30 is going to work. I'm going to put it in my calendar right now because right now I don't have anything and I don't have anything later on today. So 7:30 should work perfectly.
Okay, thank you.
Bye, guys.